Welcome back to Honeybee's Hive. I'm Honeybee. So, it's Saturday. Yay! I made it to Saturday. I went back to work this week. Finally. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just work. I think I got a lot of things done this week. I'm still painting, of course. So I call that my other job. So what I'm doing is I'm about to get them into some other clothes. I'll start with my little man, Matthew. So let me scoot her over a little bit. Let's set him right here. And I figured I would take you along with me throughout the day today. So first thing I'm going to do, I wanted to do was to change this one. Change these two. So we're going to do that real quick. And then we're going to chit chat. Today, I think I want to talk about, well, you know what I always talk about. Mental health, mental illness, living with it. Living with it and successfully. You know, that's the journey. So, I guess I want to talk about the root of it, the root of what's really going on with you. When you suffer through, different types of mental illness. And when I say root, like when you try to do other things and it just does not work out because you haven't addressed the root of the problem. And so, specifically what I'm referring to is myself, of course, but I always know that other people as well can relate or have gone through the same things or are going through something similar. So one of the things I have struggled with since you know what? Since I actually became aware of my image, my outer image. So I would probably say that was around high school. Yeah, I would probably say around I graduated from high school. I would say outside of high school. During high school, I did struggle with my self-image, but it wasn't something that I actually tried to change or anything like that. I just, I love this. I want to keep it on him, but I picked him out another one. Y'all see my little Matthew? Isn't he precious? Oh my goodness, I love this little bundle of joy. Look at him. So, I'm taking off his Kenneth Cole outfit here. And we're going to put him on, actually, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I'm going to put them both in yellow, but we're going to change him out of this one and put him on this one. It's a giraffe. So I'm going to pretend like it's summer. Because here, it just don't feel like it, guys. It is. I woke up this morning. When I say this morning, that was like about 10. And I asked, Alexa, what the weather was. And she told me 40 something. And she said it would be like in the 50s today. I'm like, oh my goodness. That is not my ideal summer, okay? It's just not. I'm thinking of summer. I'm thinking 60s, 70s, 80s. That's my ideal summer. Or probably just, you know what? Summer, 70s, 80s. That's my ideal summer. Man, we haven't even gotten to the 60s. I think we came close to 60, and if we did, it was like maybe 60 or 61, but that's about it. So I am ready for some 70s and some 80s. I want to feel the warm weather. I want to have to turn my fan on. I want to be able to turn off the heat. I still have my heat on here in June. It's crazy, isn't it? So, but anyway, self-image. So when and that's weird because I don't. It was my image, my how I viewed myself was never an issue. My mother made it an issue, but that's Riku. Yo, that sound that y'all hear, that's Riri down there. She just ate, so now she's doing her cleaning. But anyway, so when I hit high school, I became aware that, girls, we are different sizes, okay? And my mother, I guess, was afraid that I would get, I don't know, maybe she was afraid I would get big or something, I don't know. But at the time, I was very small, normal size for a high school student. And even after that, I pretty much stayed. But during high school, she started limiting my food. I couldn't, if I was to be sitting there trying to eat, well, no, it just didn't happen. I was never trying to eat anything outside of what she cooked, unless I was at school. And I was at school, my lunch consisted of a zebra cake and a Coke. Yes. And when I was at home, I may get to, isn't it cute? Isn't that bright yellow? I love it. It's got a little snail on it over here. Yeah. Lazy Saturday, I wish. It's still going to be a lazy Saturday, but I'm still going to get some stuff done. I don't know if I was going to put socks or shoes on him or anything. I think he does have some sandals. Let's get his sandals and put on him, okay? Here's his sandals. Cute. So we're going to put these on him. But, so yeah, high school I became, I don't know, I guess she was afraid that I was going to get bigger. I started out, when I came to live with her, I wore a size 1. No, 0. She said she couldn't find a size for me, so I was a 0. So she, I guess, expected me to stay that size. Well, that just did not happen. So I started gaining weight, and my sizes started going up. And I think by the time I hit high school, I was wearing maybe a 3. And then I got up to I think a 5, a size 5. And, I don't know. She just became seriously concerned that I was just going into obesity. So, let's brush your hair. Brush. So, I see you, Mimi. So she seriously she was like, eat salads. So I had to eat salads. She was like, oh, you're eating too much. You're going to be fat. Oh, this. Oh, that. Now, mind you also, my mother is not a small person. Okay? Not at all. So, I didn't understand none of that, okay? And then, by the time I had my son, my first child, I got to about a size 9, 10. And still, I didn't think anything about it. But immediately, of course, she started saying something. Oh, you're gonna this, that. So, I immediately started dieting. This is the first time I ventured into dieting, was after I had my son. They had bought me this thing to go around my stomach, so I would not have I didn't understand none of this. But they got me this thing to go around my stomach. I wore it, did what I was told to do. And then, I think I got up to I was a size 12. So I came back down to a size 9, 10, then back down to a 7, 8. But I struggled at that 7 and 8. So I think 9 and 10 was about my average after I had my son. That seemed to do better for me. But the whole time I kept thinking I was fat because I was being told I was fat. Say hi. So, what do we name her? Do we name her Madison? She seems like a Madison to me. No, we already have a Madison. I don't remember what Misty. Was it Misty? I think it was Misty. Did we name her Misty? Yeah, I think we did name her Misty. I didn't get her a bracelet made, so I can't remember what her name is. So, so after that, I say, no, actually before I had my son, because I did, so after high school, I did struggle with my weight because I would run and I would exercise and I would do all kinds of things to get back down to that size 3 or size 1. And I did. But a 7'8" was my comfortable size. I should have just been happy with that. But being told that you're fat and all this and that, it really, I mean, and then you're being told this by someone who's supposed to care about you, then everyone around you is telling you this, but that there's your family, not everyone, just your family. So I began to have an issue with self-image, how I look and how my body looks. Yeah, my body. I said that self-image? I don't know what it is. But I started having a problem with the shape of my body. And I never really got over that. I still have not. I think I'm doing better this go round with it since I went to the hospital and everything and kind of learned some things. But we're going to get to that. So I went through, I say, my early 20s doing diet after diet after diet after diet. Mostly starvation diets. Puking, laxatives and stuff like that. I did that. That's how I would maintain a size 3. Or a tiny size. Yeah, that was not a size that fit me. Well, I was really comfortable at a 7 or 8, but, whatever. So what I'm getting to is this. I've struggled with that ever since. Doing everything imaginable. But guess what? I only kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And now here I am. So what does that mean? It means it was not about a diet. It was not about, it's about a lot of things, because I do know how to eat right, That's not the problem. There's something deeper, Because you can lose weight, but if you can't keep it off, there's something else going on, okay? If it's not medically, it's mental. And you gotta solve that mental issue. Well, with me, and when I say, I'm saying you gotta, but I'm only talking from my own perspective, my own experience, okay? I did lose a lot of weight. I was doing really good for the past several years. And then I started doing bad, I would say COVID hit. Because I really I don't know what happened, but I do know what happened. That was very stressful. What do you guys think about this little outfit? She's got little bloomers, and she's got her little dress, and it's got a bumblebee. Oh, my darling, 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 darling. Isn't she precious? I like her little bow up here, but I think we're going to take that down. And since this outfit comes with a bow, we're going to put that one on her, okay? So let's brush her hair back. And I did root her some baby hair in the front. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but yeah, I did. So we're just going to take this and I don't know if I can get it. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this and put this. There we go. Now let's brush your hair again. There we go. Ain't she darling? Look at that. I like it. Aw, she's looking so precious. I like that yellow. The yellow's so pretty on her, isn't it? No, isn't she precious? I'm just loving her little blue eyes. Okay, let's put her right here. I see you. I see you. Let's put her some shoes on. I found these little sandals over there. I figured I'd put these on her. Since we're doing sandals today. But yeah, I've gone to weight loss clinics. I have been on weight loss pills. I have never considered the weight loss surgery. Because to me, if I did it once, I could do it again. I know how to eat right. I know how to exercise. I know how to eat healthy. I know how to do these things. What I do now. Wait. This is okay. I fed you. I don't know what else you want. It's not snack time. So, aren't they adorable? Aren't they precious? We were just mauled. You weren't mauled. She didn't bite you. So, what I'm saying is that, so I went through all these things, but I never did, I always gained the weight back. So now I'm thinking, why? Why do I always gain the weight back? And I always thought, you got to get to the root of the problem. And so I read, I got meditation, prayer, trying to change my way of thought. Tried several different things. And I'll be back. Okay. I'm back. Alright, so I went to go make me a drink. It's a Red Bull drink. And sparkling water and some mix. I think I put raspberry in there. But I got the June berry, the new summer edition for the Red Bull. Those are good. Good. Loving them. Okay, I need to measure this out. I think about right there I'll do it. Let's see. I might be able to just hook them. Let's see. I can do that. That will work. Okay. Do I hook on something? There it is. There we go. Oh, my little boo-boo. So there we go. And I don't know what to do with these. I just got them because I thought they were super cute. There you go. Y'all can be... I don't know. You want one too? Okay, Mika got hers. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I started having, body issues in high school. Yeah. So after high school, I really struggled. After I had my son, I really struggled after that. I mean, I just been struggling ever since. I've tried different things. Like I said, nothing has stuck. Okay. It's worked, but it didn't stick. So, and I trying to get to the root of the problem and everything. I'm thinking, change my way I think. I'm trying to do all this stuff on my own, right? Well, one of the things I found out when I went to the hospital was that I had trauma. Trauma that that was never dealt with when it should have been dealt with. So that caused a problem, obviously. And my trauma is pretty it's pretty bad. You guys have heard some of it for the most part. And if you're new to this channel, they're in my previous videos that says if you're interested, I talk about what I've gone through, dealing with childhood abuse, and it comes in all different forms. Oh, my little fat baby. But I have a couple of videos on that. I think it's a part 1, part 2. I may have a part 3 too. I'm not really certain, but you can go back and watch those videos if you're interested. I just talk about some of the things that I've gone through. But that gets me to here. So I'm thinking that stuff really don't... Okay, guys, I'm about to flip him upside down because all of his weight's in his butt. So I'm thinking that, yeah, I know I have a lot of trauma. He is heavy still. I know I reweighed him. I took some of his weight out, but he is still heavy. Oh, I love this little guy. I adjusted his body so that he's bigger, so that his body accommodates his voluptuousness. So, didn't I have a brush? What did I do with that brush? Cause I didn't brush your hair. Yeah, I didn't brush your hair. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. I had to fix the camera. Okay, so when I went into the hospital, I learned a great deal about me. It was a very calming place to be. They're really nice. Couldn't ask for anything better, But, eventually I started missing my babies, all my babies, and I was ready to come home. I also realized that I was not utilizing my own space that I had created for calming, sensory overload and stuff like that, or when I'm having a bad day. I created the perfect environment for me here in my nursery. So, and with my pups. So I wanted to get back to them. I have to put some spray on it, and then it will look better. That's a little frizz. My goodness. I really need to adjust his weight. It is really all in his rear. very bottom heavy. I would have to take them apart to do all that. I don't want to do all that right now. So, some odd years later, I find out. And you know, really the first time they told me, I was like, I heard them, but I didn't hear it. I don't think I understood what I was hearing. Because you said, yeah, you have trauma, you know, and I was like, I speculated about my my past being an issue with me going forward. I'm gonna put socks on him so that's black doesn't turn his vinyl black on his feet. So let's put some socks on him first to protect his vinyl. So yeah, Mama, you gotta protect my vinyl. I got my socks over here sitting beside me because I didn't know if I was gonna need them or not. And we do, don't we? Yeah, we do need them. So put some socks on him. And okay, so, but it didn't really hit me until I met with a different psychiatrist when I was leaving and getting discharged. And he said it in a way that hit me and I completely understood. He said, because when I was telling him basically how I ended up here, you know, my job and all of this and all that was going on and blah, 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 blah. He was like, he said this statement and I understood. These two words stuck out. Triggering my trauma. And I was like, it was like a light bulb, not a light bulb. It was like an eye-opening revelation, understanding now, you know. But it was also sad to me. And at that moment, I knew that the root of my problems, I can't do it by myself. And I understood that when I heard that statement, triggering my trauma. And I was like, he said some other things too, but that's what stood out, and I heard it, and I completely understood it. So, I'm dealing with all of that. I'm dealing with, and you know what? I feel better this time because I'm going back, and I'm wanting to be healthy, but I want to be healthy the right way. I have to keep reminding myself this is not a quick fix. You know, don't go for that. Don't, you know, get overwhelmed or start wanting results quick and fast. Because normally I do. Yeah. But I've learned some patience with these babies, especially painting them. Because if I want to do them right, I have to take my time. And yes, I want to see the after, of course, more than anything. But it's very important that I take my time and do a good job. So, which is what I've been doing, and I'm good with that because I will just keep going. I may say one will be ready at this time, but if it's not ready, it's just not ready. But I don't feel that it's ready. You know, I'm like, okay, I had to add this or something else. Something's wrong. I don't feel that it's ready. And I'm not going to release it until I feel that it is ready. I'm looking for some spray for his hair. Okay, I sprayed his hair. I couldn't find the spray that I was looking for, but I think this will work. Yeah, this will work. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, his mohair mats up really easy. But it's also really easy to comb out. So I think it's just a matter of that. It's just goat hair. Shoot. It was not goat hair, my bad. Mohair. Is it goat hair? Is mohair goat hair? I don't know. There's my little man. So, yes. So I am in the process of trying to find me a trauma therapist. They had one that was well, no, they did not have one. They found this this place that I was supposed to have gone to, but well, I don't think they're going to take me. I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and they it just didn't go so well. But anyway, life goes on. So I have another list. My therapist, my family therapist, gave me a list of trauma therapists in the area. So I am going to be contacting them to see if they have any openings and see if they are in my network. Yeah. But all of this is to say is that it's hard to, it's some things it's hard to move forward healthy, like to have healthy relationships, have a healthy life, without getting to the root. Roots can be really dug in there. If we speak like gardening, we out there, we got to pick the roots out the garden, the roots from the weeds. Yeah, that's a good word. It's like weeds, and then that root can be just all over the freaking yard, right? And yeah, it's like all that trauma, all that abuse is like weeds, and my body is like the ground, and the roots are all that weed has spread its roots all through my body, my mind. So yeah, so my mind is like the ground, so it's all in my mind and in my body too, and we got to pull that out. And you break it off, you think you didn't pull it off, all you did was just broke it off, and the root's still in there. It's still going to grow back, and that's what keeps happening. So I want to do this right this time. That means I need help to deal with that, and a lot of people are afraid to reach out to get help, and I know and I understand. Even when I tried telling my mother, the abuser, some of the issues that I was having and dealing with, and telling her about my diagnosis. Oh my goodness. She's like, oh, no, 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 no. Don't claim that. Don't claim that. You don't want to claim that. Don't claim that. And she started saying all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, okay, of course you would say that. You're the one that caused these problems. You are half the reason I am in this condition that I'm in. But she's not the only reason. She's not the only reason. It goes even deeper. But that right there that we hear, I don't know about you, but I hear it all the time in life, throughout life, through different types, different people. I guess different communities, I guess you can say. I guess you can call them communities. Families. Okay. Is that you don't want to say that you have a mental health problem or mental illness. You don't want to say that you're schizophrenic. You don't want to say that you're bipolar. You don't want to say that you have depression. You don't want to say that you have anxiety. You have manic depression. You don't want to say all of these things. And the reason why, I don't know, but you're not getting any help. So that hinders us. And that hindered me for many years because, and I still hear it. I still hear it. I told you, my mom just told me that. And, and I'm like, you can't be on the fence here. You can't be toddling back and forth. Oh yeah. And then she tells me that she had a mental health condition. And she told me that she suffered from depression for a little bit. And I'm going, okay, wait a minute. So now you're accepting it? I don't understand it. I don't understand that because a moment ago you're telling me don't claim that. And now you're telling me that you went through a moment and you had depression. Yeah. And that's the thing is like, so are we only claiming it when it's convenient to be claimed? I don't know. When is it convenient for you or if it's convenient for others? I'm tired of that. I don't care no more. I don't care about all that crap no more. I don't keep it away from me. I don't need it in my life. I am just I can only be me, okay? I can only be me and me is me and me is me is me. I am, you guys see me. This is who I am. And I know I have these problems. I've had to live with it. I'm not stupid. I know what this does to me. I know how it affects my livelihood, how it affects me at work, how it affects me in relationships. I've never been married. Never have I been married. I've never had a successful relationship. My friendships, I usually, they don't normally last that long. For some reason or another, they just don't. I don't. Okay, so like I said, I had to live with this. And then I had the wrong relationships in my life. So yeah, there is a root, there is a weed that needs to be pulled. I like that. We're gonna call it a weed, guys. So I got weeds that need to be pulled. And I don't know, and from the way I know now, because when I heard it, it hit me hard when I heard him say those words. And why I kept hearing it every day, I kept hearing it, but I did not hear it like that, triggering my trauma. So there's trauma, and I'm watching Mika over here. She's always into something. She's standing up on her hind legs on my desk, and I have a doll up there, and she's up here doing this to it. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why she's doing that. So she's back over here now. I don't know why she was doing that. She's always doing strange things. I love her. She's so freaking darling and cute. But yeah, I'm okay with that though. I understand. And I understand now that it's not something that is an easy fix. It's something that I'm going to need help with. But I can live a healthy life, and I can live a long, healthy life because once that I have, I have accepted it. I understand it. Um, get the people out my ear telling me nonsense. Um, I'm okay. I really am. I am more okay now than I was all this time trying to deal with it on my own, trying to pray it away, trying to all this stuff meditate it away. Some situations you can. My weeds are just, they got big, they got long roots, okay? Those roots are stuck in there. And when you pull it out, if you don't get the full weed and you the full root, which we have it just keeps covering back. So, yeah, I just have to, um, I'm excited, honestly. I'm excited about um, getting my trauma therapist and moving forward. Um, I really am. I can't wait to get them. Getting there has seemed to be a pretty difficult task, but I'm working on it. Um, Other than that, but yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. So now going forward, I am trying to lose weight and stuff. Y'all see my babies? Aren't they sweet? I am doing this slowly, taking my time, and I'm doing it right. I'm doing it, right and wrong. I'm older now, so I have to do things differently. The weight's going to be a little bit different because I got to learn about my body and about um, things affecting women my age. And this woman thing is not a man thing because we're not women, we're not men. So our bodies are completely different. And the good thing is that I have a history of being active, so I can always tap into that. I can get back to it and tap into it. Because even when I was even I say all the way up until recently, I've been very active. I walking, riding bikes, you name it. I just very active, in shape, but big girl. So that's not so hard to do. And I found out at that point, you have to do something outside of what you normally do. So if you're normally always walking and riding bikes and stuff like that, as in just a regular part of your life, you have to change it up and increase it. Or I don't know, whatever, change something. So anyway, I managed to do that and did finally end up losing weight. But like I said, COVID hit and I kind of gained it all back. But I'll get back down there again. But this time I just want to be healthy. I don't know, maybe my son is here because now I hear the dogs barking. Or maybe they're just barking to be barking. We have what are those dogs in the back? The Alaskan, what is it? Siberian Husky. What did I say? Alaska. Siberian Huskies back there. Beautiful dogs. Riku just loves them. Loves them. And if they're not out there, she looks for them all winter. Because, in the wintertime, they're in the house. We're in the house. And she don't get to see them as much until the summertime comes around. But every day she looks. She looks. They back there? They're not back there. So she saw them today. So super excited. She got to go out there and she bark, 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 bark. Little yapper. Little tiny thing. And she's just sitting there and the dog big and she's all little and she just bark, 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 bark. But she adores him. She really does. She adores that Siberian Husky back there. He's gray, just beautiful. Gray and white. Just gorgeous. So anyway, that's all. I just want to talk to y'all guys about weeds. So that was our conversation for today. So you guys tell me what your experiences are and what things, if you can relate to that, if that makes sense to you or not. um you know Hit the comments and tell me, talk to me. I'm catching up on all of my comments and stuff. I do apologize about that. I've been behind since I was in the hospital, so I'm going back then and trying to respond to all my comments. But some of them I have read already when they came through. I just hadn't responded. When I was in hospital, I read them. I just had not responded. I didn't really have the time because I was running off to do group sessions, and then if I wasn't doing that, it was, I always had something to do, so I really didn't have time to make time to just sit and respond to my texts. Because the whole point was, it was for me to be there to get the help that I needed, and that's what I did. And I wasn't in a mindset to do it anyway. But I am doing that now. I'm trying to get caught up on all of my messages. Some of you guys might have already heard from me, and I was super excited to hear from you guys. Thank you very much. Be patient on me and wait on me. I am responding. Keep messaging me. Keep leaving me comments. Keep talking to me. Um, I will respond. Okay, and I do appreciate your patience. Um, so I guess that's it for today. I love you guys. Toodles. Peace.